The INFJs are uncommon and complex individuals who are frigid but definitely not uncaring. Sometimes it may seem preferable to just avoid them because they always seem scary or unwilling to engage in conversation. But inside, they are actually incredibly tender. Even still, there are times when being near them makes it feel like winter, and their stares may actually kill you. I'm going to demonstrate to you 9 circumstances where the INFJ can be icy. Number 9. When they're feeling extremely stressed. Everyone who experiences stressful circumstances eventually makes the decision to stop communicating with others or, at the absolute least, ignore them in order to maintain their existing relationships. This decision may not just be made by INFJs. Your body and mind may frequently disagree when you're under stress. Even while INFJs are known for being excellent listeners and for keeping their emotions to themselves, they can sometimes lose control and snap when they feel they have too much on their plates. The INFJ like to keep their distance from others, should avoid any potential harm, no matter how it might manifest. They believe it would be better for them to be perceived as cold than to have to add an angry argument and dealing with the fallout to their already stressful situation. Do you share my sentiments, or would you rather let them know you're upset and stressed? Number 8. When their hopes aren't fulfilled. The INFJ has impossible standards for everything and has unfathomably high expectations for themselves. They detest incomplete or poorly completed work. The INFJ would emerge from them with barriers down once they decided to develop any form of relationship with anyone. Therefore, it is assumed that the other party is already aware of the criteria the INFJ has for them. They have particularly high standards for those they care about and expose their most vulnerable selves to. However, when their expectations are not realized, they start to doubt their hiring decisions and resume your chilly, distant behavior. They are really idealistic, and it takes them a while to learn that when this happens, they start acting casual and professional with the people they used to refer to as their friends. Number 7. When they are focused. A nice way to define an INFJ is that they are highly stubborn and compulsive about thinking about the future and planning. They enjoy creating expectations because of this. They despise anyone who attempts to persuade them otherwise. If this happens to you, prepare to receive the winter treatment from them for the rest of the year. It's not because an INFJ is rigid or closed-minded that it takes them a few forceful attempts to change their mind. They simply need some time to get used to the change you're about to make. So, just put up with that winter for about 6 months, and maybe things will start to improve. Number 6. When they express their unfavorable feelings. When others remark that INFJs are bluntly honest, you may be able to sympathize if you are acquainted with one. Once the INFJ considers you their buddy, they will always believe that the truth is preferable. Despite appearing more open, they will still be cautious around you but may lash out at you if they are feeling angry about anything at work or a new acquaintance. They don't mean to be cruel, but they know that there will come a time when they must release their rage, and who better to do it than those they consider friends. This explains why they are friendlier toward acquaintances and colder toward their buddies. Number 5. When they decide to slam the door. The INFJ personality type is known for their notorious door slam, which they rarely do but do occasionally. No, not until a few weeks or months from now will that door open. Who knows what they did, but if the door is closed, it is finished, despite the fact that they are aware that nobody is perfect. Particularly not them, but you must be aware of this once the INFJ begins to anticipate something from you. They don't care what you think of them as a person, so long as criteria are met. If you have to continue seeing them or choose to be their buddy, you might have to put up with the freezing weather outside, though the door's slammed. If you appreciate the video and want to make sure you don't miss anything, please like and subscribe. Number 4. Will they strive to achieve perfection? INFJs have a reputation for being perfectionists because they have extremely high standards and unreasonable demands. They are merely perfectionists, in truth. They would constantly feel as though they weren't reaching their full potential. This is the reason they strive to do things properly and consistently outperform themselves. It is safe to infer that an INFJ is most indifferent to themselves. They don't focus on their accomplishments and think that there is always room for development. This is why it also affects their relationships. They would constantly believe that anything could be improved upon or changed. However, in their quest for improvement, they simply constructed long bridges and high walls to isolate themselves from those around them. What is progress if there are no statistics? Am I correct? Number 3. While they're in the mood. One of the things that makes INFJs appealing and strong is their understanding of when and how to behave responsibly. However, there are times when people are easily influenced by how they are feeling at the time. You shouldn't believe the calm and accepting exterior that they always present. It is filled with a lot of unexplained, mysterious ideas and feelings. This is why they were susceptible to sudden mood swings. And they don't feel like conversing even though they really want to, when they sense the need for separation from others. For them, this is nothing new, because they are highly sensitive individuals. However, if this occurs arbitrarily, the INFJ may also come to regret their icy behaviors as a result of their mood fluctuation. But you won't hear them apologize, I assure you. However, they might simply offer you a free cup of tea or coffee. Number 2. After they have experienced a lot of emotions. Have you ever had a particularly long phone conversation during which your ears started to turn red? That it hurts already. For an INFJ, that emotion is nothing new. They act as the therapist for their pal. They become emotional sponges as a result of listening to others' issues too much. Without recognizing it, they can't say no to those around them out of concern that they would offend them. But somehow they missed that in the process. They merely wore themselves out in the process, making them appear dark and unresponsive to others, because they simply had too much to care about anything anymore. When people feel the urge to heal and recuperate, this occurs. They have advanced to the point where they are almost empty for others, something an INFJ would do without fail. They already feel exhausted and burned out. Number 1. In times of excitement. INFJs believe that establishing clear limits is the best approach to treat someone professionally. Being the planner and perfectionist that they are, they nearly usually prefer to take on a leadership position right away. But due to their level of eagerness or the passion that flames inside of them, they come out as bossy, especially when they demand things be done quickly. They take a very strict and firm approach to their work. When it comes to obeying instructions and the rules they have established, you could say that they are somewhat rigorous. They treat coworkers as a sort of transaction, which is why they come off as chilly once more. However, people develop and do not make an effort to create genuine professional ties with them. Rather than be friends with them at work, they would want to work with them for a long time. Please convey to your one INFJ friend that you recognize how challenging it can be to have such deeply ingrained emotions, and to possess the capacity to feel for the suffering caused by his harsh and terrible reality. They might be chilly and dark, but if you stick with them, you'll eventually find a companion, a partner, or a brother who will lead you to flowery roads. They are extremely sensitive, extremely capable of loving more than they seem, and extremely capable of handling themselves and you. You might not recognize this right away or every day, but if you keep going in that direction, you will. INFJs are also lovely beings. Do you know someone who is an INFJ? Do you consider them to be similarly aloof and cold? Please provide your feedback in the box below. What subjects come to mind? Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and let us know if you need them. We'll be happy to make them for you.